If we talk about the scariest place on Earth, it is definitely the Mariana Trench. It is located west of the Mariana Islands and is the deepest known place on Earth, with a total length of 2,550 kilometers and an average width of 70 kilometers. The deepest part of the trench is the Challenger Deep, with a depth reaching an astonishing 11,034 meters. Even if Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, were placed inside, its summit would not emerge above the water. This trench was formed 60 million years ago by the collision of oceanic and continental plates. In the depths of the trench lies a dark and cold sea, which is almost a forbidden zone for all life. Human exploration of this deep sea is just the tip of the iceberg. 5 meters underwater is the maximum depth humans can dive without any equipment. At 20 meters underwater, many fish are foraging everywhere, and it is also home to many coral reefs and aquatic plants. Between 40 and 60 meters underwater, you reach the home of orcas. At 70 meters underwater, this is the depth where the world's largest fish, the whale shark, lives. At 100 meters underwater, you will see the legendary sea monster, the giant octopus. Between 300 and 500 meters underwater is the diving limit for submarines.
900 wood.
Cetus is the deepest sea area the giant squid can dive. At 1,300 meters underwater, the world's largest leatherback turtles live here, along with a very long-lived creature, the Greenland shark. The Greenland shark reaches maturity at 156 years old and can live up to 400 years. Between 2,000 and 5,000 meters underwater is the deep sea zone as defined by the scientific community. The maximum diving depth of a sperm whale can only reach around 2,000 meters. Continuing to dive down to 3,800 meters, we will see the famous wreck of the Titanic. 7,000 meters underwater, this is the maximum diving depth of the Jiaolong manned submersible. Continuing to dive to 8,200 meters, the water pressure here is equivalent to the feeling of being stepped on by more than 1,300 elephants at the same time. And when diving to 9,000 meters, many extremely bizarre-looking creatures were discovered, appearing very terrifying. Some creatures have even evolved bioluminescent organs. It is unexpected that life exists in the seemingly lifeless deep sea. At a depth of 11,000 meters, the desolation and solitude here are overwhelming. Yet, white worm-like creatures still live here, and terrifying howling sounds can be heard from the trench's bottom, resembling the wails of whales, and sometimes like the fierce howls of giant wolves. However, research and analysis have found that the sound actually comes from the huge cracks at the bottom of the trench, which are frantically swallowing seawater, even billions of tons in a year. So do you know where all this swallowed seawater ultimately goes?